Welcome everyone to the How to Handle Rejections video. Now, rejections are something that we have both gotten a ton of.
Definitely.
It's something that's going to come when you're doing social media marketing. You're going to get rejections no matter what business you're in, no matter what sales you're doing. As an entrepreneur, you are going to get rejections every single day.
Yep.
And we wanted to talk about kind of our ways of dealing with rejections and how we look at rejections.
Yeah, definitely. So let's elaborate on that. I mean, I'll go first. Really, an objection or a rejection is just a way for you to be more confident and build upon, right? It's something to learn from. Everyone, there's 7 billion people on this earth, almost 8 billion people. Not everyone's meant to like each other, right?
Yeah.
And even when it comes to business and entrepreneurship, sometimes your value is just not matched with someone else's expectations. So, but I want you to go into every business meeting or approach or whatever it may be, and just remember that you're providing the utmost value for these businesses, right? There's so much that you're offering them. You actually care about them. So if they don't want to go with your services, that's fine, because there's someone out there that's going to enjoy your services and pay you double than what you expect.
100%. And touching on the rejection side of things, every rejection is one step closer to you getting an acceptance, to you getting a client.
Yeah.
So every single time you get rejected, I want you to think of it as, that means I'm one step closer. And like we pride ourselves on this course of not having any fluff in it, trying to give you guys just how-tos, directly how-tos. And the problem with this topic is that there is no set way.
No.
Dealing with rejections, your mindset, these are all things that do legitimately come into play with entrepreneurship. So this is kind of something we added in there, more of a bonus, if anything.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about rejections.
Yeah,
but
no.
What we wanted to talk to you about was the fact that they're going to happen. And it's about pushing through them. The person who's gonna do 100 cold calls a day versus 10 of them, and they're gonna get, even if they got 80 of those that are complete just no's, or even 99 of them were no's, and they still come the next day and they do 100. The more that you do, the more that you're gonna learn from. Every single time you get a rejection, the number one thing I can tell you, I want you to go back, open up your notebook or your phone, whatever you have, and write down what happened. Write down what the conversation was. It's something that I did when I started. I personally chose like filming and recording myself doing them.
Yeah.
That way I could hear it. But so I want you to go back and I want you to write down exactly what happened in that conversation. At what point did they go, maybe not? Was it when you brought up the price? Was it when you talked about your services? Because what you'll notice is that you'll maybe find a trend. You know, maybe when you bring up the price before you bring up this or whatever, then you run into issues. So I personally would recommend analyzing every single no you get, because you can use that information to create more yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you never know, okay? Let's say you approach 99 businesses and they all said no to you. That 100th business that you approached because you just had that tenacity to keep pushing forward, that 100th business could be your $10,000 client per month.
100%.
You know?
We've gotten tons of stories, at least I know I have, of people who've contacted me saying, hey, thank you, I pushed through and I decided to do it, and it was that one last person, it was that last step that got them there.
Exactly. You just got to push till the bitter end and just keep pushing through. Take everything that you learned in this course, apply that, right? Share that knowledge with them. They can obviously see that you know what you're talking about. Ask them the right open-ended questions, right? Make sure that you don't give them the choice to say yes or no, but rather talk about themselves, talk about their business, and then everything should go fine. And if they do end up objecting your service or rejecting you, move on to the next. And it's all about moving on to the next and plugging away. Yeah,
one thing is that not everyone is willing to be your client. There's some people that you can't persuade. Yeah. And that's just something you have to accept. Yes, when you get better, you'll learn to persuade people easier. You'll learn more of what to say. But no matter what, there's always going to be someone who's not going to agree with you, who's going to be set in their old ways, whatever it may be. So guys, just make sure you're always pushing through rejections. And is there anything that you'd like to add to it?
No, I think we covered everything.
Awesome. Guys, don't give up. Make sure that you continue pushing through.